Love is love, and these beautiful lesbian romances prove just that, exploring deep connections and unforgettable chemistry. While many LGBTQ+ films have gained widespread attention, there are still hidden gems that flew under the radar, offering heartfelt stories of passion, struggle, and love. If you're looking for films that celebrate the beauty of lesbian relationships in a way you may have missed, here are the top 10 that deserve your attention. Get ready for a journey full of love, emotion, and breathtaking moments. 1. Princess Sid, 2017. Imagine a movie that feels like a warm afternoon breeze. That is exactly what Princess Sid offers. Instead of the usual high-stakes drama, we get a story about Sid, a confident teenager who spends a summer in Chicago with her intellectual aunt. While there, she meets Katie, a girl who works at a local coffee shop. Their romance isn't about coming out or facing hardship. It's about the simple, beautiful curiosity of two people liking each other. They bike through the city, talk about life, and explore their identities in a way that feels incredibly safe and refreshing. The film celebrates the joy of being young and queer without the shadow of a tragedy looming over it. It's a rare feel-good movie that respects the intelligence of its audience, making it a perfect watch when you just want to see two people be happy. 2. You Can Live Forever, 2022. Sometimes the most powerful stories are told in whispers. Set in the 1990s, this film follows Jamie, a teenager sent to live with her aunt and uncle in a strict Jehovah's Witness community. She quickly forms an intense bond with Marique, the daughter of a prominent church elder. Because of their surroundings, their love has to exist in the margins, through stolen glances and brief touches. The slow burn tension is so thick you can almost feel it. What makes this movie stand out is how it portrays the conflict between faith and desire without making anyone a villain. It captures that specific, heart-aching feeling of a first love that feels like the entire world, even when the world is trying to keep you apart. It's a quiet, atmospheric masterpiece that will stay in your head long after the credits roll. 3. Saving Face, 2004. If you love a classic romantic comedy with a lot of heart, this is a must-see. The story follows Will, a young surgeon in New York who is trying to balance her career, her traditional Chinese mother, and her new relationship with a beautiful dancer named Vivian. Things get hilariously complicated when Will's widowed mother turns up pregnant and unmarried on her doorstep. The film is a wonderful mix of will-they, won't-they romance and family drama. It's lighthearted and witty, but it also touches on the pressure of living up to cultural expectations. Seeing a lesbian romance get the glossy rom-com treatment, complete with a grand gesture and a happy ending, was groundbreaking in 2004 and still feels incredibly satisfying today. It's a movie about bravery, both in love and in standing up to your family. 4. Moonlit Winter, 2019. Picture a world covered in soft white snow where every breath hangs in the air. This South Korean film is a poetic journey about long-lost love. A daughter discovers a secret letter addressed to her mother, Yoonhee, and convinces her to take a trip to Otaru, Japan. Unbeknownst to Yoonhee, she is heading towards the woman she loved 20 years ago. The film is very gentle and slow, focusing on the emotions that remain even after decades of silence. It's not just about a romantic reunion, it's about a woman finding her voice and her smile again after living a life of quiet endurance. The cinematography is stunning, making the cold landscape feel cozy and intimate. It is a beautiful reminder that it is never too late to acknowledge your true self and find closure with the past. 5. Summerland, 2020. Forget the gritty, gray war movies you've seen before. This one is full of magic and sunshine. During World War II, a grumpy, reclusive writer named Alice is forced to take in a young evacuee. As she bonds with the boy, she begins to have flashbacks to her intense, life-changing romance with a woman named Vera years earlier. The film weaves these two timelines together beautifully. It explores why Alice became so closed off and how love has a way of returning to us in unexpected ways. There is a touch of folklore and mystery involved that makes the story feel like a modern fairy tale. With its lush English countryside setting and deeply emotional performances, it's a story about the one that got away and the family we choose for ourselves when the world feels like it's falling apart.
6. Kiss Me, or With Every Heartbeat, 2011. Imagine the most awkward family dinner possible, and then add a massive spark of attraction. In this Swedish drama, Mia and Frida meet at their parents' engagement party. They are about to become stepsisters. Mia is already engaged to a man, but the moment she meets the free-spirited Frida, her entire world tilts. The film captures that lightning strike chemistry that you can't turn off, no matter how inconvenient it is. It's a very raw and adult look at passion versus stability. Unlike many movies that focus only on the struggle, Kiss Me leans into the sensory details, the sun on the water, the stolen glances, and the physical pull between two people who were never supposed to fall in love. It's a beautifully shot emotional roller coaster that feels incredibly authentic to the European indie scene. 7. Rafiki, 2018. Think of a world bursting with neon pinks, purples, and vibrant energy. Rafiki is a Kenyan Romeo and Juliet story set in a bustling neighborhood where everyone is watching. Kenna and Ziki are the daughters of two rival politicians, but they find themselves drawn to each other despite the intense social and legal pressures of their community. The film is famous for its Afro bubblegum aesthetic. It's visually stunning and full of life. While it doesn't shy away from the hardships of being queer in a conservative society, its core is a sweet, youthful romance. They share secrets in an old abandoned van and dream of a life where they can be something real. It's a brave, defiant, and colorful celebration of Black lesbian love that fought through real-world censorship to be seen by the world. 8. The Half of It, 2020. Picture a small, sleepy town where nothing ever happens until a shy, brainy girl named Ellie starts ghostwriting love letters for a sweet but dim-witted jock. The twist? They are both in love with the same girl, Aster Flores. This isn't your typical high school rom-com. It's a modern, queer spin on the classic story of Cyrano de Bergerac. The movie is smart, philosophical, and deeply moving. It focuses more on the soul of love than just the physical attraction. Ellie and Aster connect through art, literature, and the feeling of being outsiders in a religious town. The dialogue is sharp and poetic, exploring the idea that love isn't about finding your perfect half, but about the effort of reaching out to someone else. It's a quiet, intellectual gem that treats teenage emotions with incredible respect. 9. Signature Move, 2017. What do you get when you mix a Pakistani Muslim lawyer, a Mexican-American bookstore owner, and secret lucha libre wrestling lessons? You get Signature Move, a quirky and delightful indie film set in Chicago. Zainab is a high-achieving lawyer who takes care of her TV-obsessed mother, but her life changes when she meets Alma. To cope with the stress of her life and impress her new girlfriend, Zainab starts training as a masked wrestler. The movie is a wonderful cultural mashup that feels fresh and funny. It deals with the struggle of coming out to an immigrant parent, but it does so with a light, humorous touch. It's a story about finding your own identity and the courage it takes to show your true face to the people you love. It's energetic, intersectional, and totally unique. 10. Breaking the Ice, 2022. Step onto the cold, hard surface of an ice rink where the tension is as sharp as a skate blade. This Austrian film follows Mira, the disciplined captain of a women's ice hockey team who carries the heavy weight of her family's vineyard on her shoulders. Her rigid world is shaken up when a new player in Teresa joins the team. Teresa is spontaneous, rebellious, and challenges Mira to stop being so controlled. Their romance develops through the shared intensity of sports, the adrenaline, the sweat, and the teamwork. It's a gritty but pretty film that captures the physical and emotional release of finally letting someone in. The icy landscapes of Austria provide a beautiful backdrop to a story about breaking down the walls we build around our hearts to survive.
These beautiful lesbian romances might have flown under the radar, but they are brimming with love, depth, and unforgettable moments. Whether they capture the complexities of relationships or the magic of first love, these films are a celebration of connection in all its forms. If you haven't seen them yet, it's time to add these hidden gems to your watch list. Trust us, you won't want to miss out on these heartfelt and stunning stories.